Alright, how's it going, guys? Leak here, and today I'm going to be talking about my Dracotail deck list. I'm playing the pure version with the small branded package. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of glare in the center here, but hopefully we can just be around that. 40 card deck main, however many hand traps I'm playing, 50 card extra deck, 15 card side deck. So let's get into it. Let's start with the main deck. I want to talk about the Dracotail cards and why I chose to play the ratios that I did. 3-5 mana because this card is absolutely insane. It's a polymerization in the hand, quick effect on your opponent's turn. I mean, it's insane for this deck since we have so many disruptions on our opponent's turn, like Urgula or Pan. But this card is absolutely insane. Then if you're playing the Dragoon package, you can play Three King of the Swamp, and it's really good because you can make well, it's not really good in my opinion. That's why I'm not playing it because it's kind of just mid. For the normal summon, this is like one of the normal summons for the deck. Playing 3 Lucius. This searches a Dracotail spell trap. Dracotail monster. It's pretty strong. They don't need any spell trap searchers in the deck because they all have an effect when they're fused. I'm sure you all know. The format's been out long enough. Yeah. This is the deck I'm playing for the Doom of Dimensions format, by the way. For the regional that's coming up in November. I'm on 3 Malulu. This is the other normal summon of the deck. This card is crazy. This is a Cartesia on steroids, basically. When it fuses with itself, it makes it very easy to Guardian Chimera. When it fuses with itself, it permanently negates a monster on the board. Like I said, Cartesia on steroids. But yeah, this card is insanely strong. I think easily 3 of. I'm on 3 Pan. Glare of Doom and Despair. Let me just move these right here. I'm on 3 Pan. The reason for that is because I feel like Pan, its recursion isn't as good as Urgula is, and it's really strong to fuse with 5 mana when you're playing into Canine or any of those decks. If they use Jokel and summon Lantern, it's really strong to pop 1 and send 1 back to the hand, in my opinion. Or like if they summon a Nash Knight, getting rid of the Nash Knight is very strong. There's other non-engine that I'm playing that helps against Canine, the Canine matchup specifically as well, which I will talk about soon. I'm on 1 Urgula because this is probably the worst one to draw, unless you're playing in the Mirror. The Mirror, Urgula is very strong, but I don't think it's good enough to play more than 1 of. I'm thinking of playing another one in the side, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But like I said, Pan, best one to draw in your starting hand with a 5 mana. Urgula, not so great, and it's very easy to recur. Pan's recursion effect, if you're winning the duel, should never come up. I'm on 1 Phyrexial, Peep the Starlight, Glare of Doom and Despair. I'm playing Phyrexial because it's a light, and we'll get to that in a bit. For the spells, I'm maxing out on both the spells. There's no reason you shouldn't. You're losing the game if you don't. And then 1 of each trap. Again, there's no reason you shouldn't. You're losing the game if you don't. The traps are pretty self-explanatory. Flame is the one that negates a spell. Sting is the one that murders Crystron. And Horn is the one that can sometimes win games, in all honesty. I've won games because of Horn. Kitu is the one that fuses. I used to think that Rahu was going to be the better fusion spell, but Kitu turned out to be probably the best card in the deck, in all honesty, going second. Kitu is insane. And the 3 traps are just great. You can set them all in 1 turn if you do the right combos, which I'll show a combo after the video. But, or maybe in a separate video, I think this will just be the deck profile. I guess for more engine, I'm playing the branded package. So I'm on 2 branded fusion, 1 Cartesia, and 1 Albaz. Oh my goodness. Okay, I bumped it. Branded fusion is a starter for the deck. This is just more consistency. That was the problem with the original deck that I played. The hand trap version, I found that it bricked a lot. Cartesia is there because she's a light spellcaster. I can make Albion the Sanctifier, or she's also just another way to fuse, and Albaz because I'm playing Branded Fusion. I've never had a problem opening my one of Albaz, so I've never had to play two. Same with Cartesia. I don't really open her a lot, which is perfectly fine with me. I don't think I would have played this package if Branded Fusion was still at 1. I think if you don't want to play the branded package, there's other hand traps you can play, like Valor, or more Bells or more Ogres. But for now, I feel like this is the best way to play Dracotail. For non-engine, I'm playing 3 Fua, 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 2 Bell, and 2 Ogre. Ogre and Bell are the MVPs of the hand trap package, or of the hand traps. I'm not gonna lie. Fulos is great, Ash is great, but Bell stops the Yummy Synchros from popping off. If they only end on 1 Yummy Synchro and you Bell it, I mean, they have Surprise, but I mean that you just took out a bunch of their resources. Ogre hits the field spell, hits the VS Canine field spell. It's great to Ogre and Arthalion. Sorry, it's great to Ogre some of the Canine cards. I said Arthalion. What is wrong with me? The Canine cards are great to Ogre. I feel like Noroi is a pretty good Ogre. Because Jokel by itself doesn't do much unless they search a Lantern from there, but Canine is also just kind of hard to hit. It's really good into Ogres. I keep knocking it over. Oh my goodness. I gotta get better at this whole thing. But Ogre is really an MVP. Hits a ton of stuff, and it's always worked for me. Same with Bell. Pretty big MVP. But for hand traps, I'm playing 13, I believe, unless my math is wrong, for a 40-card deck. And let's move on to the extra deck. The extra deck is pretty straightforward. I'm running a few odd cards. I'm not running the Mysterion because I feel like the Mysterion just isn't that good. It never really comes up for me. I've never resolved it, but for the extra deck, I'm running a 3 Arthalion. This is required. It should be like basic knowledge by now that Arthalion is a good card. But it's really the goat of the deck. It helps into basically every matchup. It's one of the best fusions to make off of a 5-mana turn 0. It's just a very goated card. And then I'm on 1 Golomel, because Golomel is honestly a very bad fusion. I'm not a fan. The pop is great, but it's so easily chain blocked, it's like not even funny. I'm on Philia Regis. This card comes up occasionally. It didn't come up a ton in like the locals I've been playing, but yeah. Secretarion, kind of a hard to come by card. Not required, but it's good for extending. Guardian Chimera, this card is insane to make off of Malulu, which I'll showcase in maybe a combo video. If this video hits 10 likes, how about that? We'll make a combo video. If that's what you guys want to see. And then for links, I'm running SP, Spirit, and Seals. I'm not running any Xyz monsters in this deck. And then I'm on 5 branded fusion monsters. I'm on 1 Albion, 1 Lubellion, 1 Mirror Jade, and then I'm on 1 Sanctifier and 1 Titaniclad. Sanctifier can do some pretty cool stuff if you have like really nothing else to make. The only problem is if you open Branded Fusion, it kind of cuts out your Seals line. And now let's move on to the side deck. The side deck is a little embarrassing. It's not complete by any means. Just ignore this. But for now, as the time being, I'm on 1 Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, the extra Cartesia, 2 Fenrirs, 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 of each Bestial. This is probably the best card on my side. Going second, the Bestials are insane. Opening 1 or 2 is great in a Mitsurugi. Also, Magnemite, searching your Malulu is awesome. And I'm on 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpies. and then 3 Droll and 1 Dark Ruler no more. This is by no means a competitive side deck. The rest of the deck is pretty competitive though, especially the main. So that'll be it for the deck profile. If you guys want to see a full showcase of the deck, some test hands or some combos, combo tutorials, things like that, I'll be more than happy to show that. But for now, peace out.